Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Warrior Code International. I'm at Patong Beach, a place where many souls have been lost and many people have chosen the wrong way in life. But I'm here for a different purpose. I'm gonna make a video today about Remy Bonjasky and Rico Verhoeven. Obviously, Remy is a K1 legend, a three-time world champion, K1 Grand Prix world champion. Rico Verhoeven, who has been glory champion for about 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. I'm here with Lorenzo, by the way. Lorenzo, come a bit this way. But the big question, how would Remy have done against Rico, and how would Rico have done against Remy in his prime? Because, you know, these two have a little bit of, I wouldn't call it a beef, but they're not best friends. And I work for Warrior Code, and I'm extremely grateful for Warrior Code for this opportunity. And obviously, I work for Remy, but I'm going to be objective. I'm just going to give you my opinion on how a potential matchup would go between these two. And first, maybe Lorenzo, show a little bit from the place, because it's... As you can see, we're going to speak about the flying gentleman. There are people flying over there. But anyway, so Remy, I've been watching some of his fights. Obviously, I was too young when he was competing, but you know, he's had a phenomenal career. As a fighter, Remy had a very good guard. So he had a high guard, a tight guard. It was very difficult to go through his guard. He almost never got hit. So he had a very solid guard. When he was attacking, he was kind of standing like this. He had a very powerful jab. So his jab was very well placed. I remember the fight against Badr, one of the two fights, the final, the K1 final. Remy plays his jab in a couple of cases, and it's a sharp jab. It's a very powerful full body behind the jab shot. So he had a very beautiful jab. Apart from that, the left hook which he placed against Sami Schild, but also against Badr in that K1 final. But against Badr, what happened was the left hook was so powerful and it came all of a sudden, and Badr did not expect it, which knocked Badr down. But my point is, phenomenal jab, very powerful left hook, very, very hard low kicks, just chopping the legs. He was always chopping the legs of his opponents, even against Gökhan Saki. Before Remy finished Gökhan Saki in the second round, before that last sequence, Remy landed a very powerful low kick, a very powerful chopping low kick. Then Gökhan Saki stepped away, and then Remy came with that roundhouse. I believe roundhouse is how we would call it. Basically a mid kick, but he was flying, you know. And he landed that kick, very powerful, very sharp, hurt Gökhan Saki badly, and knocked him out. Gökhan could not continue. So with the hands, many people say Remy was not really a good boxer, but if you look carefully, he did have a good body shot, a good uppercut to the liver. He had a good left hook, which knocked down Sami Schild in one of their fights. A very good left hook, which knocked down Badr Hari in one of their fights. Apart from that, his jab was powerful, sharp, full body weight behind it. So that was a good quality. And the right overhand, because Remy fought many times against people who were like 160 kilograms, you know, huge, tight hands. And in these freak fights, he had no other choice but to land these overhands. And I remember against Chong, I believe his name is Chong, that huge Korean Chinese giant, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know where exactly he's from. But Remy did land that right overhand a couple of times. So he did have a powerful right overhand, but his biggest strength, no doubt, were the kicks. Remy was a phenomenal kicker. He had a very good low kick, the right low kick. He was always chopping the legs of the big guys. He had a very powerful mid kick, left, right mid kick, it does not matter. And high kicks, he has knocked out a lot of people with a high kick. So a very complete kicker, and his ability to kick walking forward, but also walking backwards. So for example, the opponent would walk forward, and Remy would just kick him walking backwards. So he did possess that ability to defend by kicking, and that's very rare. Most people, when they walk backwards, they punch. Their counter is a punch. Remy was not like that. He was throwing the kicks. So his counter were the kicks in most cases. Apart from that, of course, the jumping knees, obviously he was a master of that, the flying gentleman, so phenomenal use of the knees. That fight against Alistair Overeem, where Overeem, basically it was 1-1 leading up to the third round, and then Remy landed that knee, it hurt Overeem badly, and then that right straight, which basically knocked down Overeem and helped Remy to get the decision victory. So my point about Remy is that he is a phenomenal kicker who can kick you walking forward, walking backwards. He has fought against people of an insane size. He has fought against the biggest in the game, such as Samis Hilt, against Peter Ars, against Ernesto Host, against Gökhan Saki, against Badr Hari. You know, he has been there. He has shared the ring with some of the biggest legends in the game. And I mean, just look at the sky. So he's been there with some legends of the game, and he has beat plenty of legends of the game. Rico Verhoeven. He has been building his legacy in the last 12, 13 years. He has been an undefeated champion, and he has been through some wars. Many people do not give him credit, but Rico has been there against Jamal Ben Saddik 3 times, against Badr Hari twice. He also fought against Levi Richters, let me think, twice, yeah. He has been through some tough fights, and the fights against Jamal Ben Saddik, especially the second and third fights, he did show plenty of character. He was badly hurt. You remember that situation with his eye. He stood up, he continued, he fought, got the victory. So Rico is a person with a very strong character, and he wakes up when you bring the fight to him. If you don't bring the fight to him, it will be a boring fight because he plays it safe. He's a very calculated, smart, intelligent fighter. He possesses all the weapons, always using the jab to keep you busy, to keep your mind wandering, to work on your nervous system, to basically to make your nervous system work extra hard. So he's always using that jab to keep you distracted, to keep you busy, to keep you annoyed. But he's got that beautiful jab to the body, to the head. Very powerful kicks, so inside low kicks, outside low kicks, very, very powerful. Even knees to the thighs. So he places these knees to the thighs in clinch situations. He's got, obviously he throws all the kicks, such as deep kicks, such as high kicks, mid kicks, all the kicks, but in general, he's a human specimen. He's extremely strong, phenomenal conditioning, strong character. He plays it safe, and that's why he gets a lot of criticism. But, you know, even when he's down, for example, against Badr in their second fight, he got knocked down twice. He stood up and continued. So you can say whatever you want about Rico, but whenever he gets down, he stands up. When Levi Richters sent him down with the spinning back fist in the tournament, he stood up. When Levi Richters sent him down with the right overhand in their rematch, he stood up and continued and won the fight. Like when Jamal knocked him down with the jab, and then right straight, which opened him up, he stood up and continued. So Rico has been through wars. He's always fighting. He never quits, never gives up. Phenomenal conditioning. Probably the most athletic and well-conditioned heavyweight in the world. 100% actually. I believe he would have also been very successful in MMA if he had chosen that path. But my point is, a match between Remy and Rico, it's very... Now, what am I gonna say? It's extremely difficult to say who would win, because if we look at conditioning, both of them have got phenomenal conditioning. And Remy and Rico had very, well, Remy now, he's a bit older, but in his prime he had phenomenal conditioning. Rico, right now, has got phenomenal conditioning. Rico is physically bigger, he is heavier. I believe Rico weighs in about 122, 124 kilograms. Remy used to be, I believe, 108 kilograms. Correct me if I'm wrong, when he was a competitive fighter. And he's still very fit, by the way. He still looks the same way, but, you know, Rico would have been a bit bigger, a bit heavier, a bit taller. Remy is 1.94 m, Rico is 1.96 m, if I'm not mistaken. So Rico would be a bit taller. Rico would be significantly heavier, maybe 14 kilograms. But when it comes to conditioning, there wouldn't be a difference. Both of them would go 5 rounds and it would be a war. When it comes to low kicks, they would be both throwing low kicks, but I think Remy would be throwing more low kicks and landing more low kicks. When it comes to jabs, I believe that Rico would be working better with the jabs, but Remy would be landing that left hook a lot. And I believe that, I don't know, I cannot, look, I promised a prediction, not a prediction, but I promised to give you my opinion on who would win, but it's very difficult. I'm freestyling, I don't know. It's a very competitive matchup. The fact is that both of them are very complete. Both of them can punch, both of them can kick, both of them are athletic, both of them have got good conditioning, so it's very difficult for me to give you to give you my opinion, and now you'd say, you should have said that in the beginning. But yeah, it's a tough one to give an opinion on. But both of them are legends of their own time, because we always have that debate, you know. Yeah, but who will have won? We'll never know, because it will never happen. But the fact is that in his prime, Remy won K1 3 times. He was a phenomenal fighter. He became a professional at 25 or 26 years of age, so quite late, but still managed to have a phenomenal career. Also, he started quite late with kickboxing. Still, what he achieved is phenomenal. And then Rico Verhoeven, you know, he's been there, he's done that. He's had plenty of success, and you know, nobody can beat him. You know, we can say whatever we want about him. We can say he's boring, he doesn't take risks, but nobody can beat him. Whoever they put in front of him, he beats. He shows character. If you bring the fight to him, he shows character. So that's my opinion. Look at the place. Just look at the place. I am beyond blessed to be here, and such a beautiful place, such a beautiful area, such a beautiful journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, because I've got 3 weeks only to reach 1,000 subscribers. I really need your support right now. I need 100 subscribers. I've got 100 left. Please follow me, subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to Lorenzo, because he's the person filming me. Thank you, brother. And follow Warrior Code International. Sky's the limit. Let's go. Us.